I'm sorry, you just caught me playing Sonic Mania. You know, very natural. The proper way, people holding up their controllers. This is how you play video games. Controller in the air right close to your face in plain view of the camera so the camera can see that I have a PS5. Okay, look. Even though I have a PS5 after forever trying to obtain one, I just can't afford those $70 games.
Smarty pants! Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
Hi, I'm Anthonix Maximus, bitching to you about movies because my attempt to do my hair like Sonic has me looking like a midlife crisis man trying too hard. Well, Anthonix Maxiteers, we are 1 week away from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, The Search for More Money. So what's a better time for Anthonix Maximus to discuss the first Sonic the Hedgehog film? Well, I mean, I suppose I could have discussed it when it first came out on Blu-ray, but that's not my style. And oddly enough, Sonic has been a huge part of our lives, but there's not much to go into about this one. I grew up on the game. It came out in 1991. I played the game. I had the game.
Now, get Sonic free when you buy a SEGA Genesis system at its new price of $149.99.
Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game I ever owned when my parents bought me a SEGA Genesis. And that's because the good people of SEGA Genesis was looking for their own mascot to be the flagship series of their gaming system, much like Mario was for Nintendo. Sonic the Hedgehog, the character, was developed by Naoto Oshima. The original idea was to either come up with a mascot that looked like Sonic or go with another character that had a bushy mustache that was reminiscent of Teddy Roosevelt. But before he pitched this idea to Sega, Oshima actually took the drawings to Central Park to ask people what they thought would be a good mascot. People leaned towards the hedgehog as the mascot. That's because, more often than not, they would say that the hedgehog transcended gender and race. Now, ultimately, the Teddy Roosevelt design would end up becoming Dr. Robotnik. Now, you'll notice with Sonic, the emblem has wings. And when Sonic showed up to levels, he was taken there by Tails on an airplane. He framed the idea as a children's book where the main character is a retired pilot with spiky hair and had a nickname of Hedgehog. And you can also find Sonic before Sonic the Hedgehog game first came out. He makes an appearance as a keychain in a game called Radmobile. And the gaming level designs were actually developed by Hirokazu Nasuhara. The original design of Sonic, by the way, had him with sharp teeth in a band with a human girlfriend. Of course, that idea was scrapped by Madeline Schroeder, who was the self-proclaimed mother of Sonic. She decided to soften him up for the American audiences, which later most would agree was for the better. Now, in the 90s, we actually had two cartoons for Sonic at the same time. They were actually both distributed by Deke. There was the weekday syndication cartoon called Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was actually voiced by Jaleel White, otherwise known as Stephen Urkel from Family Matters.
Thanks for the memories, Slow-Mo.
And each episode had a very important PSA.
But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Yep. And then there was the other cartoon series, simply called Sonic the Hedgehog. This was a darker tone cartoon on ABC, where we got to see Sonic leading a team of freedom fighters to go up against the evil dictator tyrant, Dr. Robotnik. And, of course, we would get some other cartoons as well, like Sonic X, but that didn't happen until years later. Now, after many years of development, we finally jump to the feature-length movie Sonic the Hedgehog. This came out January 25th, 2020. That was before the bad stuff happened. However, the film should have been out in about 2019, but we are a fan base. And when you're a geek fan base, we are a bunch of bitches. We are. I'm sorry, I gotta say, we're picky, needy bitches. I mean, probably for good reason. Check out the original design of Sonic. I personally could have handled the eyes, but something about the teeth. When the teeth are too nice, I think that's more creepy. And even the developers didn't like the design of Sonic. So pretty much everyone who worked on the film, all the CGI animators, they had to take the film back and redo it all the Sonic images, to make him closer to the actual Sonic the Hedgehog we know. Now, it's not going to be completely like the Sonic we know. Otherwise, look at this. His eyes are pretty much one big eye with two pupils. So in the movie, they kind of fix that by putting a patch of white hair, and that works out for the best. Truth be told, I have a feeling that they had to have known what they were doing when they released it. I really think they purposely did it just to kind of cause some kind of controversy. And then when they go and fix it, we can applaud them for it. Or maybe I'm just a cynical asshole and they were just rightfully doing things with the kindness of their heart. Now, is this a good film, or did we just appreciate the film because it was one of the last big films of 2020 before everything got shut down? Let's find out. Oh, look, it's the coins. They're going around the Paramount Mountain. Because Paramount likes doing fun things like that, don't they? It's fun. Fun for the whole family. That's cute. Oh, and look, SEGA has their own special Marvel Cinematic Universe-esque logo. You guys haven't even earned it yet. Don't get cocky.
So, I know what you're thinking. Why is that incredibly handsome hedgehog being chased by a madman with a mustache from the Civil War?
No. I'm wondering why we're still doing this as a framing device. You know, the typical, I bet you'd like to know how we got here situation. I don't like that kind of framing because it gives away the ending. So when we flash back to what happens, it's trying to keep up with the audience. The audience knows what happens. So between now and when the film catches up to where we start, nothing is there for us to worry about because, well, we know Sonic's okay up until that point, so nothing that happens is a concern.
Am I going too fast? It's kind of what I do. You know what? Let's back up.
And the voice of Sonic is Ben Schwartz, who you know from Parks and Rec.
Please tell me that you're dumping my sister because I would laugh so much.
I personally was introduced to him through College Humor through the Jake and Mir videos.
Let's all go to the movies and get ourselves up. Ow! Snack is the word, not ouch.
I love Ben Schwartz. I do. He's a funny man. Funny man. But man, can you imagine Ben Schwartz, him saying that Sonic was his favorite video game as a kid, gets to voice Sonic? Now that's a dream come true. And Ben Schwartz is in a movie where I'm reviewing it. That must be an extra dream accomplished for him, to have me talk about him. He's a lucky guy.
This is the island where I'm from.
Oh, here we go, the island he grew up on. And look, it's the island from Green Hill. Even though in the movie, another town will be named that. But his island is pretty much the first level of the Sonic the Hedgehog video game. We open up on him talking to Longclaw.
Sonic, someone could have seen you.
No one saw me.
Longclaw is not a character from the games. She was actually just created as a device for the film.
Get down!
She's basically Thomas and Martha Wayne, or Uncle Ben. She's just created as a plot device.
This world is on the far side of the universe. You should be safe there.
As a maternal figure to be sacrificed.
Goodbye, Sonic.
No!
We don't really know who those characters are. I don't know who those characters are either. I'm sure they might be something in the later games, but I don't know who they are. And I have some of the recent Sonic games. I've played Sonic Forces, which, by the way, is a good game. I don't care what people have to say. Sonic Forces is fun. I'm distracting us from the review. Let's go back to watch a bird possibly die. And Sonic is now on Earth because that is what the movie budget can afford. Cut to 10 years later and we have Cyclops behind the wheel of a police car. James Marsden. James Marsden. Good to see him working again. For a while I was a little scared. He was in all those car commercials, but we finally got him in a feature film. Good for him. And no, I don't care that Sonic has to deal with humans. I mean, yeah, it's kind of annoying because a lot of the characters you ever grew up with are now on Earth dealing with people. And I know, I bitched during the Masters of the Universe review where the characters came to Earth to deal with humans. But this is a little bit different because we would see in later cartoons like Sonic X, Sonic does interact with humans. But I just wish they could have done something better with James Marsden, made him a character that wasn't just someone who wanted to be a cop in a big city. I just feel like that's a bit overplayed. But James Marsden plays Officer Tom Wachowski. But that part almost went to Adam Pally, who would also be another officer in this film. This officer that's on the radio.
Do you read me? Are you there?
No, Wade, I'm actually on a yacht in Barbados with Rihanna.
OMG. That's amazing. Please send pics.
Okay, future writers of America, it's okay to write characters dumb, but they still have to be functional.
No, Wade, I'm at the speed trap.
Already?
How did you get back so fast? Barbados is in the ocean.
They can't be that stupid. They can't be too stupid to function.
What?
And we learned Sonic is a little rapscallion because he's always checking his speed. I would love to show you this next scene where he picks up a turtle and brings him home and just speeds around, does a funny montage. He looks through Flash comics because, you know, Flash is fast too. But I can't actually play it for you because Queen is playing. And if Queen is playing, YouTube won't want me to play it. So I have to talk during it. Sorry you have to hear my voice.
My favorite person is the Donut Lord.
Get it? He's a cop, and he eats a donut. Who wrote this? Ah, two people wrote it. Pat Casey and Josh Miller. Oh, sorry. Patrick Casey. Let's see what Patrick Casey wrote. Whoa! He wrote National Lampoon's Dorm Days and National Lampoon's Dorm Days 2. Oh, settle down with your straight-to-DVD, sir. Settle down, killer. My God! Josh Miller wrote Dorm Days and Dorm Days 2. They're National Lampoon movies, you guys. Probably not real National Lampoon movies because National Lampoon basically sells their title to studios so studios can slap National Lampoons on the title so they can sell the movie, making people think it's National Lampoons when it's really you're just paying for the title. But good for them. Let me catch my breath and find out who directed this movie. This is his first film he's directed, but he did the animation research and development for Where the Wild Things Are. Son of a bitch! Whoa, you must be as quick as Sonic because I can't keep up.
There is one person in town who's actually onto me. He calls me the Blue Devil.
Oh my gosh, and they wrote a crazy old man who's convinced that Sonic is a blue devil and is trying to capture him? That's brand new. I've never seen that in a movie before. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Basically, we're like a family, even though we haven't met yet.
While it's supposed to be cute, they do have Sonic be a crazy stalker of the Wachowskis, or the Wachowskis, however you want to pronounce it.
Is that what I think it is?
Uh-huh. Open it.
Oh, he got a letter. And you know how movie logic works. When you get a letter to something you're expecting, you're supposed to read it out loud in front of other people.
To the San Francisco Police Department, and pending interdepartmental review and background check, we are happy to inform you that you have been selected to join our team.
Yes, he got in.
Ta-da!
San Francisco sucks.
Oh. Ta-da!
She see the writers, they actually wrote for her to have 2 different cakes just in case somebody's been watching The Simpsons.
We knew you could do it!
Hey, one of those.
Apartments for rent I found on Zillow.
Zillow! If you have too much money, apartment hunting with Zillow will fix that.
Are you sure you're okay with this?
What did you do the entire time I was in veterinary school?
I worked a second job to pay the rent, and...
A third job to pay tuition. I'm happy to sacrifice for you.
First of all, thank you for your exposition. That was helpful. And second, it's the classic plot device where the main characters want to move only to realize that they're happy where they are. No advancement for anyone.
Are you sure you're okay with this? I mean, there's been a Wachowski protecting this town for more than 50 years.
I know, I sound like a real prick right now, but the writing is not that original. I'm just waiting for Jim Carrey to show up.
And so it is with a heavy heart that I tell you all that I've accepted a position at the San Francisco Police Department.
Okay, he is giving the goodbye speech. Let's see if someone's actually listening.
What do you think, Sergeant Sprinkles?
You guys are great writers. There are so many sitcoms waiting for you. And here is the part where the movie picks up and starts rolling. That's right, Sonic playing baseball by himself causes such a huge friction that it takes out the power. That's what you call an inciting incident, where something happens which usually is a bad incident and it moves the story along. So in this case, Sonic causes power outage. This draws the attention of the government, and the government pulls in Dr. Robotnik. And because of the power outage and all the friction caused by Sonic, a quill that Tom found in the film. Sorry I didn't point that out sooner. I guess I was busy being a smartass about the writers. Sonic's quill lights up. Oh yeah, it's also the classic, you sure you want to send in this guy? Yes, I do want to send him in. It's that kind of plot element too. By the way, one of the commanders there, that's Gary Chalk. He does voice work. He's done the voice work in a Sonic cartoon.
What
The soldier is Neil McDonough. He played M. Bison in that shitty Street Fighter movie. Not that it matters, because his character is irrelevant. He's just there to be emasculated by Dr. Robotnik.
Listen, pal, I don't know if you realize
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny. Nobody cares!
Interestingly enough, Jim Carrey took on this role because his kid was a fan of Sonic. I like Jim Carrey's part in this film. I like his casting because I feel like it brought back the old Jim Carrey that we loved from the 90s. Yes, he's skinny, unlike Dr. Robotnik, but they're kind of going by the comics, where Dr. Robotnik is skinny and he eventually grows bigger. Fun fact! In Japan, Dr. Robotnik is known as Eggman, but here in the States, we call him Dr. Robotnik. Though sometimes we do call him Eggman because sometimes Sonic will call Dr. Robotnik Eggman. That's more as an insult. Not really a new fun fact, but it's still a fun fact. Now, what's good about the script is that they did leave the dialogue open for Dr. Robotnik, allowing Jim Carrey to improvise.
I can feel it, Doctor. It's evolution, Stone.
It's evolution!
And boy, does he improvise.
Your eyes weren't expertly trained to spot tracks by the Native American shadow wolves.
Let's cut to Sonic knowing that he's about to be tracked. Now, this kind of makes no sense to me. He was given a bag full of rings that can teleport him to any other world. And early on it shows that there is a world he can escape to, which is a mushroom world. And I think that's actually pretty cool. It does open up where the mushroom world exists where Knuckles lives. So that does open up for that. But also, and I do like the element with the bag of coins that Longclaw gave him so he can teleport to different worlds, because that's much like the video game where you're constantly going after coins. The coins keep you alive as well. So anytime that you're knocked by a bad guy, the coins leave your body, you gotta quickly catch them all. If you have no coins and you get hit again, you're dead. At least with this, it plays more into the teleportation levels, just like the bonus levels in the video game. What I don't understand though is, he's about to escape.
Mushroom Planet, here I come. Oh no, they're right outside.
But he hears that the captors are close, and that makes him stop the process of going to another world. But please, let's continue with Tom as he's talking to his wife while she's looking for homes in San Francisco.
She did tell me to check your phone for dating apps.
The only apps on my phone are the ones that came with it. In the Olive Garden.
Ah, because when you're there...
Your family.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie, you're a slut. No, you're a whore. I want you to remember that. You are a whore. The Olive Garden, the McDonald's of Italian food.
SAPD! Pending background check. Pause in the air!
Oh no! Sonic was trying to hide out in Tom's place, but Tom shot him in the leg with a tranquilizer dart. And through all that, Sonic accidentally drops the rest of the coins in San Francisco. That means they have to get to San Francisco and get to the coins before Tommy Wiseau finds it.
Kidding, you're from the power company? Oh, you must know my buddy Spencer. We play softball together.
Spence. He's a good man.
So my buddy Spencer works for the gas company.
If Dr. Robotnik was such a genius, why did he fall for that? It's the first movie, so they're just drones. Maybe in the next movie, Dr. Robotnik will capture wildlife animals and turn them into machines. But here, they're just drones. Oh no, Dr. Robotnik found the quill.
Look at that. I was right.
Hold on. Does this mean we're gonna get that fight between Cyclops and the Riddler for once and for all? Totally not one-sided at all? Yes, I know. One's from DC and one's from Marvel.
Riddle me this. Riddle me.
Yes, I know that's not how Cyclops' powers work.
Wait! Don't hurt him!
I just saw a guy race out of here and thought that you should stop them.
Okay, he may seem a little harsh towards his underling, but total sexual tension.
All right, pal. You need to start talking right now.
And now we have a road trip movie with James Marsden. He loves these. We've done a road trip movie with James Marsden and the Easter Bunny. We've done a road trip movie with James Marsden and that boy trying to get laid in Sex Drive. And there's that movie where James Marsden does a road trip with his classmates as they plunge off the cliff at the end of Disturbing Behavior. And the reason why they're on a road trip instead of him just sending Sonic on his way is because the tranquilizer dart made Sonic's legs numb, even though we do see him running back and forth from the truck to the ocean. But whatever, plot has to happen, right? So, road trip to San Francisco it is. Oh wait, he's probably on a road trip with Sonic because, well, he did assault an agent of the government, so he's a fugitive now.
All right, I'm gonna go check in with Wade, see if he knows what's going on.
You're gonna see Wade in that glass thing? What is it, a teleportation box?
It's a payphone.
You've been on Earth for 10 years. You watch movies with the Wachowskis. You said you watch Speed. They talk on phones.
Don't tell them that we talked, okay?
But no time for that because we're gonna get a scene in the Roadhouse.
Howdy, partner!
I'm not your partner. Come on, we're leaving.
Real clever, writers. Really clever. You put an anthropomorphic animal in a hat and sunglasses. Nobody knows what it is. Your parents must be proud.
But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
But let's go ahead and keep the movie time running with a bar brawl. Because you can't have a rustic bar like this without it being a brawl. Oh, okay, I see what happens in this scene. Okay. The writers must have had a conversation with James Marsden, and they're like, what should we do in this scene? And James Marsden must have been like, well, you know, I was in X-Men Days of Future Past, where Quicksilver pretty much was so quick, he messed with everything, and it was a fun scene. And the writers were like, we need to steal that. And James Marsden was probably like, shouldn't the script have been made before casting me? Okay, so they escaped the bar, and all those bikers don't chase him down with their own motorcycles. I mean, come on, writers, if you're gonna steal ideas from other scripts, I'm surprised you didn't have them do a tacked-on chase. You know what? That might actually show some growth with you guys. Good for you. I believe in you. And Sonic made a bucket list, and he needs to check off making a friend. Aww.
Accused of committing an act of domestic terrorism.
They were just watching a quiet TV that only gets loud when their name is mentioned.
Now that's what I call good cop, bad cop.
Okay, I lied. There is a bit of a vehicle chase, but it happens between Dr. Robotnik and the truck. But through the events of everything and all the drones chasing him, Sonic discovers that if he rolls, he can do some damage. Well, it looks like certain writers been watching a certain video game. Okay, I'm just going a little too far now.
And if I don't make it, just ditch me. You seem good at that.
So now we have a conflict here because Sonic wants to play the whole, oh, you're good at leaving all of us, because, God forbid, Tom actually wants to advance his career in a bigger city.
You got car insurance, right?
You know, instead of watching the thing cut and making little grips, you could just destroy that little piece right now. Oh no, Sonic is knocked out. Again. Us with Sonic knocked out, it's a good thing that Tom's wife is a veterinarian because she can actually take care of Sonic because he's a hedgehog, you see. Meanwhile, Dr. Robotnik is tapping into Sonic's power with a quill that's been activated from Sonic's surge of energy. But we do get this fun scene that we hadn't seen from Jim Carrey in a long time, and it's welcomed. There's really no reason for him to be doing this in the scene, but he's being physical, he's doing physical comedy. That's quite impressive, so I don't mind. Enjoy.
With this kind of power, my machines can finally reach their full potential.
That's right, Dr. Robotnik is using the power of the quill to power up his vehicle. You know how you can drag a movie down?
Uncle Tommy! Jojo! Hi. Now your niece is an accessory to treason. Are you happy? Would you calm down?
Throw in comic relief sister-in-law and annoying kid. We don't get enough of that. But at least the hysterical sister-in-law is tied up by things that she could actually get out of.
Come on, buddy.
Gotta go fast!
Oh, that's how Sonic got his red and white shoes. It was given to him. I guess all's well that ends well. We solved that mystery. The movie can end now.
Oh, look at that thing.
What happens now?
No good. You need a special key to get to the roof.
Oh, so now they have to get up to the roof to get to those coins. Even though we know Sonic can scale up things with his speed, we have to do a scene where they have to sneak Sonic in a bag to get to the roof. They think there's a kid in a bag. Those silly people. That silly scene. Silly. And they're not at all responsible adults to actually call the authorities concerning a kid in a bag. No, we're just gonna write that in funny stuff. Funny. No railings, no guard or anything. Anyone can just go up there and be blown away. Yes, it's windy enough to knock someone over the roof. Don't science me.
Walking away from something you care about has to be painful.
And we have this tender goodbye moment, which means nothing because we've already seen the beginning where there's a chase. None of it matters. There was never a concern for Sonic.
Welcome to San Francisco, Mr. Wachowski.
You see my issue with those kind of guess how I got here type of framing devices.
Don't worry, I know exactly what to do.
They're knocked off the building and they're gonna do another slow motion music sequence. But at least we got Sonic tapping his toes just like he does in a game when he's impatiently waiting for me because God forbid I want to get up and get a drink or use the bathroom. Stop being impatient, Sonic! Sonic saves him and sends him back to Green Hills.
No one's ever caught up to me before. Coming through!
And we get this chase scene with Sonic and Dr. Robotnik throughout the world. Okay, Sonic is knocked out again. But that's okay, because all the townsfolk come together to help Tom out.
His name was Sonic. This was his home. He was my friend.
Sonic is still alive thanks to Power of Love. Thank you, Huey Lewis.
This is my power, and I'm not using it to run away anymore.
Hey, remember how earlier Sonic discovered his power of going fast? Now it's gonna come into full circle to defeat Dr. Robotnik. And he blasts Dr. Robotnik to the mushroom world. And because Tom realized that he can use people for his benefit, he decides to stay in Green Hills. Oh, that's a nice piano rendition of the Sonic theme song. See, kids, when you punch a government official, run from the law, as long as you defeat that same government official, it'll work out for you.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. Have you tried their never-ending pasta bowl? It never ends.
Oh my God, Sonic the Hedgehog movie, will you please stop going down on the Olive Garden? The Olive Garden, the best booths for homeless people to sleep in.
Oh, you mean the little blue guy? No. No, nothing. That we'll ever hear from him again.
Now we've reached an understanding where we're gonna pretend that Sonic never existed. Shh.
Oh my, are you kidding me? I can't believe it.
Aw, Sonic now has a home with Tom and Maddie.
Oh, no, you don't. No second best animal friends allowed in my room.
Damn, ADR, how did a dog make it to the attic? And you think the movie is over, but no, sir. It threatens us with a sequel bait. Dr. Robotnik is now bald and has a crazy mustache. He's not fat, but he's almost there. And the credits give us Sonic as a video game. Let's have fun and watch. Sorry, parents, but your kids are gonna make you stay and watch all the credits. You'll never be able to go home quietly again. And that's not all.
If these readings are accurate, he's here.
Don't ask me how Tails got the same shoes that Sonic had, since his shoes was given to him. Maybe Tails got the shoes given as well. I don't know. That was Sonic the Hedgehog. With a budget of $85 to $90 million, it actually earned back $319.7 million. So it did very well, enough to warrant a sequel. And a sequel where we get to see Tails and Knuckles. And don't you worry, the same writers from this movie will be writing the next one. And the same director of this movie will be directing the next one. Not the director did a bad job. Jeff Fowler actually did very well on his first run. I will give him that. Listen, I know I sounded bitchy in this movie review, but the movie's not that bad. It's enjoyable. It's something fun for the whole family. The kids are gonna love it. People who grew up with Sonic loved it as well. I loved it. It's cliche. That's the only problem I really have with it. It's cliche. It's done all over again. But it wasn't bad. James Marsden always proves himself to be a likable actor, and he worked very well off of Ben Schwartz's Sonic. But the real winner of the film, of course, is Jim Carrey, because he dialed it back to his 90s roots. He carried the film on his shoulders, and I'm excited to see him in the next one. I'll take skinny Dr. Robotnik as long as it's Jim Carrey. But that's all I have to say about this film. I'm Anthonix Maximus. Thank you for watching Anthonix Maximus Reviews. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of the next review. And you might be hearing from me for this next movie in the series, Anthonix Maximus Matinee, just as I did with the Batman. No, wait. Morbius is coming out next.
Not in the mood to get probed.
You think you're worried? I'm not even wearing pants.